Why, hello! So, today is a very exciting day for me. June 22nd, 2016 is the day that this channel has received 2,000 subscribers. Now, I've printed a lot of things in the year and a half I've owned this 3D printer. If you've watched my channel, you've probably only seen modifications and a few 3D printed episodes every now and then. But this is going to be the biggest 3D printed episode I've ever done. And I'm going to show all the prints that I'm most proud of. So first I'm going to start out with my practical prints. And then I'm going to move on to my trophy prints, the things that I printed out just because I could. So let's start with the printer, but not anything on the printer. No, instead we will be talking about the accessories to the printer. I never did an episode on the LCD controller itself, but it was because that this has never been put together, and it still isn't put together, no screws or anything, and I wanted to mount it to the case. But because I haven't had time to do it, I just left it here. But this is one that's pretty cool, and I'm very proud of this print. This one, I made in 123D. It's a glue holder, and they're puzzle pieced together. So when you run out of glue, you can take a section of 3 off, and you can put these back on in the event you need to add more glue sticks. And this is really simple. This is just a hairspray holder. And this is to the exact diameter of my Aquanet. And so that sits right there, so it doesn't move anywhere because I always need this for all my prints. Now, this DeWalt toolbox has been with me for quite some time now. And these DeWalt containers have been with this toolbox since its lifetime. These have clips that hold the front of them together right here. So the clips on this one broke off. So it only uses the side adapters right here. Well, one day, one of the side adapters broke off, and I took this one off, modeled it in 123D, and 3D printed it. That's one of my very proud prints. So this is Steven's chair, and we got it from his father, and it was leaking oil on the bottom. Robert and I 3D printed this. It's just a cap that goes over the bottom of it, and it keeps the oil inside here and not all over our floor. So this is the TV that I used for my monitor back at the dorms, and we wanted to put it here in the kitchen, but it wouldn't fit because the stand was a little bit too tall and it hit the top of this. We removed the stand and 3D printed legs that go on the back of this so that it's pitched at a 15-degree angle and fits perfectly underneath the kitchen cabinet. Now, I'm going to be living here in the house with 6 other people, all friends from ASU. And we all have our own mail, and this is a 3D printed mail holder that I designed in 123D as well. And this, of course, just separates the mail from all 710 every day. One fateful day when we were cleaning up the room, my Rubik's Yes, there was about 10 failed prints before this finally came out, and thanks for watching. So yes, the 2,000 subscriber special is over. If you'd like to stay for some channel updates, just keep watching. A quick disclaimer before I start. I'm doing this so I can increase the production quality of the channel and increase the efficiency of questions getting answered by the subscribers. So last week I uploaded probably the worst video I've ever made, and it was on the 220 swap on my dryers. I got a lot of comments telling me that I didn't use a multimeter and I could have killed myself, and it kind of dawned on me that they weren't wrong, and that's where I kind of got stuck. I realized I had just made an improper tutorial video to meet a Wednesday deadline for a quick video of things that I was just doing around the house. In my defense, I did turn the whole power off to the house, but in the video I only showed me turning the dryer off. And on the sudden realization of my absolute ignorance, I decided to take all the how-to videos down. The reason is because the demand on the videos is low that I'm making, and the production quality is low. Like, super low. So I'll be removing all the how-to videos from this channel, and I'm going to be slowing down the production of the videos, probably to once a month, so I can make a higher quality video that doesn't have any errors, like not checking the multimeter and potentially killing yourself on a tutorial on how to change an outlet in your house. So all troubleshooting questions are now going to be redirected to the Robo 3D forum. This is because I get a lot of the same questions asked through email, comments, and private messages, and they're the same questions that have the same answers, and by moving everything to the Robo 3D forum, it would help streamline the process of getting your questions answered. So I will no longer be answering questions for troubleshooting here on the channel. I will also no longer be responding to unrelated questions to the videos that they're on. This is so that if you have a question about a video, you can scroll down to the comment sections and possibly get it answered, and if it's not answered, you can ask it. But if you ask a question about an E3D V6 on a video pertaining to the lead screw upgrade, then another person with that exact same question may not find that answer. For that exact same reason, I will also no longer be responding to questions that are sent through email or private messages, because if I answer the question with the one person and another individual has that exact same question, that person doesn't get their question answered. Very often, two individuals will email me privately about the exact same question, and when I respond to them, they have more questions, and they almost answer and ask the exact same question when they could just be reading the conversation between the two of us on a forum or through comments. So if you ask me a question about a video that's related to the question, I can respond to it, and then if someone else has that exact same question, they can roll down to the comments and find it there. Or ask it word for word on the Robo 3D forum and also find their question. Because if I keep getting questions asked through private emails and private messages, those conversations never make it to the public, and individuals with the exact same questions never find that conversation and get their questions answered as well. So expect the next video to be uploaded somewhere in the middle of July, and I'll see you next month.